Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jojo, and today I am doing the week one ranking of all of the Big Brother 27 house guests. And to start off this week, we had Vince win head of household and Zay going home. And so I'm going to be giving my opinions on the house guests after this week. And this week I'll have like more to say than the first one, because on the first video I've done so far this season, I've only had the interviews to go off with for the contestants, and I'm just gonna jump right into it and shut up. So yeah. So first we have Adrian, and honestly, I think he's okay. He's okay. um because I one of the episodes, one of the moments that he had where he was struggling with the washer and dryer, and that made me laugh, because I feel that sometimes too. Like sometimes the washer and dryer doesn't work how I want it to work, so I have to keep on changing it up. And also he did a couple of good moves this week, with especially with the aligning himself with people and stuff, or aligning himself with people. So yeah. Next up is Amy. She's is currently one of my favorites of the season so far. Like, she has an alliance with Rachel, the Mom Squad, and so I think that could potentially take her far. And she also did a good job as the accomplice. Like, literally no one knew it was her. And yeah. And she ended up sitting on the block by the end of the week. So, and she survived against Say. So I think she did pretty good this week. Besides her crying a lot, which I don't blame her for. Like, you're in a stressful situation. Okay, Ashley is okay to me, mostly because of how the um bathroom, the shower incident was handled. We were Julie literally said that she was only there for 30 minutes, and they made it seem like she was in there for the longest time. Like, for no reason whatsoever. And the show even made it seem like that too. But yeah, she got kind of screwed over this week. But I do think that she did a good job winning the veto and taking herself off the block so she wouldn't go home. Next is Ava, who I am putting in my faves. Because this week she actually did a lot of good moves. Like, she joined a couple of alliances. And she's really solidifying herself as into the house structure. And I do think that if she keeps up this momentum, she can definitely go far. Okay, so Will, I would have to say okay, because on the feeds they really did not show much of him this week. And so although I still like him somewhat, because he did whack Kenny, and whacking Kenny on this channel is very much appreciated. So yeah. Zay, I'm gonna put him in go home. Even though he was evicted, so he is already home. But that him saying the word he said on the live feeds was not cute. And him immediately saying that was one of the words he was gonna try to work on not saying on the show. Really seems sus to me. It implies that there are words that he probably shouldn't be saying, that he hasn't tries not to say on the show, if you get what I mean. So eh. And week 2 HOH, Jimmy, honestly, middle of the road. I was not a fan of him at the beginning of the season due to him being an AI consultant, but finding out that he was literally fired from the government and only found out via Twitter, kind of made me feel for him. And I am always a fan of the messy gay house guest in the show. And I hope that his week 2 HOH, because he did win HOH for week 2, I hope that it goes well for him and he can build some more alliances for himself to have an actual structure. Catherine, middle of the road. I just didn't like. She barely seemed like she was in the house on the feeds this week. Also, like her and Riley, like I'm getting like weird vibes from Riley towards her, and I'm not a fan of him. Like I'm not a fan of it. So yeah, Keanu went down like some too, like middle of the road. Mostly because like he like was lying to a bunch of people, especially Vince, the head of household, about like wanting to target Jimmy and saying Jimmy would been saying to put him up. So I think that kind of hurt his game. Okay, Kelly is going in the okay tier, mostly because of what last night's episode that aired. Like she was literally possibly going home if like the BB blockbuster didn't go her way, and it went her way. Like she literally had her thing on the platform before anyone else did, and so like she was able to keep herself safe. I hope that she can keep up the momentum, but like people have been saying that Jimmy could possibly nominate her again. So like we just have to wait and see for the nomination ceremony. I'm gonna put Lauren in the middle of the road too. Like I did not get much with her besides like her potential showmance with Zach. I think it's her and Zach. I don't know. Like it's just I just really didn't see much of her this week. Okay, Mickey is going into okay tier. Like she was in Mother's tier preseason, but like I did not see much of her on the feeds. Like if she was on the feeds a lot, I probably just wasn't paying that much attention. I'm not calling her boring or anything. It's just like I have a job, so like I cannot be watching the feeds 24/7. And I usually just read the recaps on Twitter. Okay, Morgan. I feel like Morgan has insulated herself within the game really well, and she's becoming one of my favorites. And so, like, I think she could do a good job if she can, like, pull off some good plays being a gamer and all. Okay, so Riley is next, and honestly, he's on go home tier, in my opinion. Not just because of the baby mama stuff, but, like, I've just do not get much good vibes from him. Like, if you know what I'm trying to say, like, him, like, with Catherine and stuff, like, no me gusta. So next is Vince, who was just the first head of household and middle of the road. Like he potentially almost sent his ally home, because I know people were about to like send Kelly home. So like he's not playing the best game, and like he does have like an alliance or two, but like I don't know how far it'll get him. I could definitely see him being like a pre-merge boot, not pre-merge. I'm thinking of a Survivor pre-jury boot. So yeah. Zach, I feel like, is insulating himself within the house well. Although, like, I feel like, especially with like what he got, like the twist where he can like exchange the money he won from night one for a week of safety, which is honestly like a really good prize that you can get from that. And so, like, I think that he is safe for a couple of weeks unless like he is nominated one week, uses the thing, and then is immediately nominated next week and goes home. But like I think he's like good for at least like 2 or 3 more weeks. And finally, the returnee I was right about, Rachel Riley. Honestly, one of my faves so far. Like she's been like giving good television in my opinion, especially like when she was like her and Zay's argument, like she was like saying how like she was gonna make sure he went out, and I am ready to see what she brings within the next few weeks. As long as she isn't like a pre-jury boot, although I feel like that's where the season is potentially going with some of the alliances and stuff, and people not trusting her 100% due to her like already being a previous winner. And overall, this is how my like tier list looks. I'm going to put a picture of my last week's tier list up here and show off a comparison of them. Okay, so this is my comparison between the week one and the week two, not week one, week two, the preseason and the week one results. If this will actually zoom in correctly. So out of everyone, like so far, just because of last night's episode, Kelly has grown on me the most so far. Like from how I was feeling about the house guest on the preseason, and I've like left last night's episode like being more pro Kelly this season, and so I think she could like do like be able to go far, but she just got has to like try to insulate herself better within the house. And that's all I got for today. So bye.